Did you guys really think I would leave the mail untouched? Serves you right if I did, though. All right. In the last show, I was gonna rant about the pickup artist. Uh, Zen Thug is sending me some PUA lingo shit. Like some nerd speak is gonna be something that I would want to study. Interview pickup, PUA lingo. Well, I guess I should actually look at it, make sure. Yep. This is a pickup artist site. Now I see why you're all fucked up, Zen Thug. You're watching these Caucasian folks. Why in the fuck would you want to order a PUA lingo dictionary if that's what you're into? You can go out there and talk that shit to a woman in the streets? I found on this website that getting a girl to talk about herself is an interview only when you get the time. I found on this website that getting a girl to talk about herself is an interview pickup. No, it's called getting her life story. I don't give a fuck what the pickup artists are stealing from us, real players, and recoining it. But it's called getting her life story, period. End of discussion. Don Dapper, I want to dress like a player at school because you're always in the game. I was wondering how I could do that without dressing in the same clothes I wear to the club. I already got a consultation from Jovina, but that's mostly for clubs, right? Thanks, Don Dapper. Yeah, that's mostly for clubs and going out into the game. If you're in school, you can overdress a little bit. Okay, and that's what you don't want to do. Wear like a suit or a blazer to school. The way to dress for the club, for the school, is dress a little bit better than the rest of the guys, you know. If you're wearing tennis shoes, wear a nice pair of tennis shoes. I don't recommend it, tennis shoes. You always want to look like you're sharp. And I've seen guys in school who look like players. You know, they wore hard shoes, they wore jeans, and they just wore a nice dress shirt. A dressy kind of shirt, you know, a player shirt. But not super, like this one is a one that I would wear into the game to a club. It's satiny, it's silky, it's the right color. But for the school environment, I would wear something that's not this material. Okay. Probably not as colorful as this either. All right, you might want to actually get another consultation with Jovina to talk about stuff to wear for school. Let's go on to the next one. Player Supreme. Here is a YouTube video I think you might like. Okay, next one. Hey Supreme, in your previous video you were saying how you never let one of those freaks intimidate you because they really don't have anything going for themselves other than their looks. How about the classy and or successful women out there? And by the way, those are the women that I hunted. If you study the video that fucking leaked out, you know, I think I'm a bit ready to snap one of these days. My irritation gets so, I get so angry at myself. The video that leaked out where I did a analysis it was for my forum to help my players exercise their brain. It's a brain exercise. Okay. If you look at the analysis that I did of that video, I looked for women just like that with money, disposable income. You know, they wanted to have fun. So I'm not intimidated by them. He writes, do you approach them in a slightly different manner from the freaks? No. If they're freaky, like the girl that I did the analysis on, they're still the same thing. Okay? He writes, because you were saying that you treat bitches like they ain't shit, which is definitely true in regards to freaks. Just curious as to how you alter your approach for the classier, perhaps more upscale women out there. Believe it or not, you would be surprised some of the filth that comes out of those so-called classier women. Classier women are more intelligent. That means their brains are very active. That means they have some very, very powerful imaginations. and some deep, deep, deep sexual shit going on. You guys would be surprised. I've only met a few intelligent women that didn't fantasize. Actually, only one I can think about right now. I know of maybe 3 girls that have no fantasies. Jovina, the one I nicknamed Teenets, and this one other chick. They didn't have sexual fantasies. The one named Tina, she was an accountant. She had a degree in communications. No sexual fantasy in her head, which kind of freaks me out. It really freaks me out. You know, Jovina doesn't have them either. You know, that really freaks me out. I'm like, how can you not have fantasies in your head? Don't you have an imagination? Sometimes I just want to run screaming from here when I think about shit like that. But those intelligent women, the more intelligent they are, the more twisted their fantasies will be. And no, I will not share with you something that's on my cell phone right now. It would blow your mind. All right. I won't say the name of the person I'm thinking of right now, but yeah. So my approach to them was just the same way. They admire hard, strong women, especially women in business. There's a female that I was seeing. She was hooked up with all of the Democrats here in my town. She was very powerful, very famous, and she wore her power suits, but she told me underneath she wore all that lace to feel feminine and frilly, and in bed she was totally submissive. Okay? Very submissive. She was just all female. Just that's a natural feminine energy in women when they're submissive. They take in, they mold, they bend to a man's energy, to a strong man's energy, and a strong man's will. I feel sorry for you new guys out there. You guys are lacking in strength in your masculine area, and that's why a lot of women cannot feel you. You guys basically are lacking in the ball area. And that's what's causing, the majority of you guys who are in the internet's problem. You see the thugs out there, they're getting laid left and right. They're doing the damn thing. But it's the people that ended up on the internet that have the most problems with that. And I feel sorry for you guys. That's why I have my programs, okay? I have all the tools that I have to help you guys out. And hopefully you guys will take advantage of those if you really need the help. All right, one more, and I have time. Fuck, I gotta log in. Let's see, this is the wrong profile. Okay. Every time I log into my POF account, it logs me in. I start getting mail. That's how good my profile is. Zen Thug, there's not a photo on there. There's no photo. Okay, let's take away the bragging about yourself. You have my Plenty of Fish package, or so you say. So, and you're doing the Plenty of Fish stuff, so you should have the new tool to put up there. Get rid of that my profile shows up once every 3,000 years bullshit, and put that stuff that I sent you. Okay? That will work. That's the only thing I want you to put up there. And then put below that about me. Let's see. Let me see how much time I have. Okay. Where's it at? Here it is. All right. South American and West Indian with dark eyes. You know what we call you West Indies? Samoan niggas. No, that's what they call Samoans. That's what that one comedian said. Samoans are. That's just some Samoan niggas. And it's true. I do see a lot of African influence in my Samoan brothers. Those are some old brothers right there. Big motherfuckers too. Let's see, South America. I know that there's the influence of the Akata Indians and all that down there running through you guys and all that stuff I talked about. It was interesting to read the background of the West Indies and South American African people of African descent from there. I'm passionate about working out. Okay, that's good. I'm always after new knowledge of the world. That's okay. Everything is looking okay so far. My eyes are kind of watery right now. And, I can't really see very well. I may sound like an old man reminiscing the olden days, but believe me, the music back then. Okay, well, let's see. I listened to underground rap, old school. I would. How about we just drop that whole section there about the music shit? Just say I like lots of different types of music. That actually sounds better. It makes you more worldly. Okay? That makes you more approachable. So let's drop that whole section there. I look forward to meeting new girls, having fun conversations, sharing that special connection. Thank you. That's good. Good there. Connection based, not just on getting what you want. Let's drop that part, but moving beyond what you want into what you could deeply, what could deeply fulfill you. I want you to drop that whole section and just leave it, stop it at that special connection. So drop all that stuff about a connection based on all that. Leave it at that. Are you that special girl who can decide for herself that what she finds? That's good. Desirable, magnetizing, attractive. Okay, let's drop that whole desirable, magnetizing, attractive thing. You're trying blatantly to be hypnotic here, and it's not working. I'm not feeling it. I don't think women are going to feel it. You got to be more subtle with your hypnosis stuff, based on her own deep feelings. Okay, who can decide for herself if she's a woman to make her own decisions up in life? That's what you want to put. Not because society would approve, not because. So let's get rid of that section there because it doesn't feel right coming from you. Okay? That section about desirable and magnetizing. And then you go to hit me up. No, let's take out hit me up. Shit. And let's put. Here's what I'd like you to do. If you like what you see, drop me a note. Okay? Now, you can use this also to hoe chase, as I talk about in my Plenty of Fish program. Okay? So you could look at the girls who are viewing. You go to your view tab and send them a message. Hey, I noticed you viewed me, or something like that. You know. Study them, do what I talked about, and I'm not going to give away the whole stuff here, but do what I talked about in there. You know, how I said how to break them down, how to analyze them, and then send them a message. Do that whole thing, okay? And see if you get more women writing you back. And I think that's it, fellas. Yep. We're at 13:59, so I have 1 minute left. I'm going to emphasize this just one more time, because it gets a little bit irritating. You guys do understand that the pickup artists are a new, I don't know what to call them, new type on the planet. Before that, or out there in the real world, there are players, there are macs, and there are pimps, and there are gigolos. Those are the only ones that are in the game. Gigolos are almost always white guys. Okay? Almost always white guys. That's how the white guys got into the game, and the white guys got into the pimp game by owning bordellos. They do it smarter. They do it like a business. Like own the bordellos, the strip clubs and stuff like that.